Welcome to Whispers. So, um, um, wow, there was a country. There was indeed a country. So, Nigeria is so much degenerated to the extent that, like our ex-Boko Haram and ex-Militants, they are doing their business openly, protesting. But some are protesting for non-payment of salaries in court. Some are busy flaunting their connection to the presidency. Nigeria is indeed at its last phase, the very last phase. So, it's been quite interesting. I find this disheartening, but it is what it is. That at this age and stage, when other countries are thinking of policies, are thinking of what to do for the betterment of the lives of the citizenry, Nigeria is just, I don't know. Nigeria is sick. It's sick. It's beyond repair. Nothing can be done. It's gone. It's gone. So, it's a show of shame. Well, there's no law. There's no law, because in a sane society, this shouldn't be. I don't know. It beats my imagination, but it is what it is. So, come along with me as well. We look at the products of the society, the products of career politicians, what they've turned the people into. Okay. Ex-Boko Haram terrorists embark on a protest in Borno State over non-payment of allowances. You see, normal citizens are so caged that normal citizens cannot even protest to show that, we are not happy with this yet. I mean, normal citizens can protest without the police going after them, hunting them down. They won't even allow them protest yet. Boko Haram, ex-Boko Haram terrorists are protesting over non-payment of their allowance. It's allowance, so health workers, labor, they can't even protest, though. They are being gagged. So protest is around. If they say they want to protest, they'll take them to court to stop them from protesting. Yet, terrorists are allowed, ex-terrorists are allowed to protest. Some ex-Boko Haram terrorists embarked on a protest in Borno State over non-payment of their allowance. The former terrorists who were being held at Hard Camp in Borno after surrendering to the Nigerian government caused a gridlock after blocking the Bulum-Kutu-Maiduguri highway during the protests on Friday. They accused the federal government of withholding the 30,000 allowance they were promised. Is this the same federal government that can't even pay the basic workers, legitimate, hard-working people. They are owing them salaries. Yet, anyway, this was the spillover from Buhari's government. So now Buhari is out of Buhari is gone. So it's leaving them dry. 30,000. Yeah, Buhari did Operation Safe Corridor for them. Imagine. Now this is so I don't know. Let's find out people's reaction. So somebody said, no country is like Nigeria when it comes to stupidity, tribalism, and hypocritical religiosity. Spot on. This has to be a joke, right? No, it's the reality. Niger Delta militants paid. Boko Haram terrorists paid. Soon bandits. The truth is coming out. They were paid state welfare for being terrorists. So modus operandi, become a terrorist, kill, repent, get state welfare, the easiest way to earn an income. Somebody said 30,000 a month allowance to protesting murderers who should be behind bars, and 8,000 audio palliative for poor Nigerians who are still sitting down peacefully in their homes. This country is it is a joke. Can you beat that? It can only be Niger. Impoverished Nigerians don't even get 8,000 a month. What is the meaning of this? Allowance to terrorists? Money for their upkeep? These are questions, and valid questions at that. Someone should please tell me this is a joke. What did I just read? Are they being paid for killing innocent and defenseless citizens? This is why insurgency will never end. How did we end up with these people? I don't know. If the North wants to be pampering their killers, let them do so. I think it's better we part ways. It's better we part ways. So the audacity of them, Nigerian army that they just ambushed and demonstrated. How market? See the pillars of your blood, your murderers. They are asking for their payment. So, no, but seriously, what has happened to Nigeria's military? In the old days, it was an injury to one. It's an injury to all. Every reprisals would have been going on now within their killers' communities. Nowadays, do them ordinary, hey, they will run with their tails between their legs and go and hide. Unless you are a poor, helpless, unarmed civilians, of course. Buhari's regime really emasculated our military, turning them to scampering cowards. Shame. Imagine, see able-bodied men being nuisances. I blame the government that started paying them 30,000 for doing nothing. The sense of entitlement is what is baffling me. Nonsense. I mean, the audacity. Imagine this rubbish. This is absolute rubbish. After mass murder, amputations, and arsons, not only are they free, they are demanding steady payment. Meanwhile, social media critics, NSAS protesters, Biafra freedom agitators, and a lot of falsely accused innocent people are in prison in terrorist shitholes called Nigeria. I am a northerner, and I do not understand this. these guys are on salary. This is an insult to those who have lost their lost ones through them. Yes, so even in Northern, can you imagine? This is sad. It is sad. It's appalling. A lot of nonsense is happening in this country. What informed the payment of any form of allowances to a repentant terrorist? Those they terrorized and destroyed their lives are living in abject poverty in IDP camps, not sure of what future awaits them. Is the government thinking that by pampering these animals, they will be able to dissuade them from going back to their trenches? We have read on SM that these idiots are still acting as logistics personnel for their commanders in the Sambisa forest. The new government should immediately stop this waste of taxpayers' funds. The terrorists should actually be in jail for all the problems they've caused the nation. Oh, they are their instruments now. They are their instruments. One Nigeria. Laugh out loud. That's the allowance Buhari was paying them when he was in power. New government is there and the allowances start. The North needs to separate from the South clearly. Our values are very different. The North continues to weaken Nigeria. Only them poverty, terrorism, backwardness, electoral might. How can the worst part of the country be the major determinant of its leader? The president of Nigeria is determined by the North. Major reason Nigeria is crippled. Crawling giants. Benny. Allah. Tabakbi Gary say, Yatomawa. The South wants to move forward. The North keeps pulling the country backwards. The killers are being paid, but the victims' family who lost their loved ones are not being attended to. What a country. When you enable idiocracy, this is what you get. It's their sense of entitlement and the audacity for me. I mean, I need to bajel. Moving on to another ex. Actually, they are government's children. They are in bed. They are eating with the government, be it ex-Boko Haram, be it ex-Militants. Now them with their instruments. When they need to get things done under the table, they turn to them. So it's a win-win relationship for them. So Asavita Kubo. Hey. President Tinubu reportedly bars Niger Delta ex-agitators from Aso Rock. You see, Asarito Kubo, do and don the latter. Oko appear from nowhere, the running mouth like tap, with his big pot, shite-filled belly, maggot-filled belly. I mean, who does he even think he is? Just imagine, Miss Krantz. Just imagine. Àwọn nuisance. Àwọn tí ò yẹ láwùjọ. Yóò ga o. Let's find out. So Tinubu has reportedly barred all Niger Delta militant leaders from visiting him in the presidential villa in Abuja. Leadership reports that the decision was taken in the aftermath of the visit to President Tinubu by the leader of the defunct Niger Delta People's Volunteer Force, NDPVF, Mujahideen Asari Dokubo. According to the report, President Tinubu, in ordering the action, was disturbed by public utterances and actions of Asari Jacobo in the aftermath of his visit to him days after he assumed the mantle of leadership of the country. President Tinubu is reported to have been bothered by all verbal vituperations and militant activities of Asari Jacobo in the Niger Delta were subsequently linked to him after the June audience with Jacobo. Totally. Jacobo ló jẹ́ ká mọ̀ pé wọ́n máa sáàkì gbogbo àwọn service chiefs. Jacobo is ẹnu elbow. We should do bent to ẹnu elbow. Táàpù ni. Ondekere. Just like food for somebody, I see him as somebody as food for Coyote. With Jacobo, power corrupts, is intoxicated with the little glimpse in your torí pé Jacobo. Ó jàjà wá sọ̀rọ̀ kò jẹ́ ká gbádùn. Ó kàn miss yan, ó kàn kódà. He just run him mouth like that up and down the place on social media or during television interviews. So it's just coming for people, ranting up and down, saying if you do anyhow, you see anyhow. He's doing all kinds of display. I mean, senseless. But kò ń ṣẹjọ́ kò ń ṣẹjọ́ ayé gba tápọ̀ ọkọ lè gùn. Recall that after his visit to Tinubu, Asari, in a chat with the State House reporters, took on the armed forces, accusing its personnel of being neck deep in economic sabotage, especially crude oil theft and vandalism of oil equipment in the region, which is true. The allegation, it was revealed, embarrassed and shocked Tinubu, especially because he made the revelation moments after departing his office. Kò ṣe make such nígbà Buhari. Ṣọ́ọ̀kì pé kí ni, kò sọ̀rọ̀ ṣọ́ọ̀kì kankan bẹ́ẹ̀. But lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí Jacobo tó lọ rí Tinubu, tí Jacobo wá dé tó sọ yẹn, Tinubu wá follow it with action, sacking all the service chiefs. Then suddenly, all the mago come out. They come the born verses. They come the discover stunning verses. Kò lè dàbí ní kí wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ ṣí ìkínbékè sọ̀rọ̀. The report added that sources within the presidency said that the couple's outbursts against the military within the vicinity of the villa gave the inkling that the president shared the same views with the notable ex-militant commander. The sources said the president was ruffled by the attacks on him by notable Nigerians over the utterances and actions of Asari Jacobo, especially his infantry in the reckless public assemblage of gun-wielding youths in his enclave in Rivers. Excuse me. Gbogbo àwọn Boko Haram, gbogbo àwọn bandits tó ṣebí ìlú ẹ̀ ló ti ṣe ní Rivers State ló ti ṣe náà. Àwọn Boko Haram don't carry AK-47 up and down, going to other people's ancestral lands, threatening them. They are all hypocrites, Joe. Asari Jacobo's unacceptable conduct in the eyes of the presidency moved beyond tolerable level when he took on the Rivers State Governor, Siminalayi Fubara, threatening to deal with the chief executive of the oil-rich state. The president was said to be irked by his association with the president, continued to give a wrong signal to the public that he enjoyed the support and backing of the nation's #1 citizen. You are not, Tinubu is not the first one. He said that under Jonathan, wọ́n jọ ṣe ni, even Buhari, wọ́n jọ ṣe ni. Ó kàn jẹ́ pé gbà tí Tinubu ló decide to come out and spill some beans. So, kò kí ṣe kó bóyá ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń bá àwọn presidents ṣiṣẹ́. So, ẹ jẹ́ kó ṣì lọ. Gbọ́ngì pressure pé kí ni. Continue to give a wrong signal to the public that he enjoyed the support and backing of the nation's #1 citizen. Of course, sources in the presidency said the president has ordered that He would no longer play host to the ex-militant commanders and military in the villa, apparently to forestall the negative impression an unenviable signal such association was likely to create in the psychic of the public. Tí ò bá lọ lójúmọ́ máa lọ lálẹ́, ìyẹn tún kọ́. Tí ò bá lọ lójúmọ́ máa lọ lálẹ́, ẹ máa tanra yín. The president has given a directive that he would not like to meet any Niger Delta warlord or ethnic militia after the horrible experience when he granted an audience to Mujahideen Asari Dokubo. You know the man Asari is a strong supporter and adherent of Mr. President, but the management of the fallout of his visit to the villa was a nightmare to the presidency. To the presidency, not the president. So the presidency and what yika and what so fún president Ematorayin. You can recall that he came out of the president's office to lampoon the air armed forces, accusing its personnel of being the arrowheads of illegal bunkering in the Niger Delta. He is saying the truth, which is the truth. He has been seen arrogantly going about with many gun-wielding youths, boasting about the powers of his private army to deal with constituted authorities, including the military and a sitting governor. Precisely, yes, kí ló pa wọ́n pọ̀ tó fi lè mú kó ṣáà bọ́ síta láti join. Kò sẹ́ni gbẹ́nìjì nípa Asari Dokubo now. For him to come out, there is something behind it. So many Nigerians who believe that his action enjoyed the backing and support of Mr. President because of his closeness to him have been pouring insults on Mr. President. Of course, say President to him, it's highly embarrassing. And the president, you can't shame the shameless. And the presidency decided that this mess has to stop. Who is the presidency? How dare the presidency? Share the presidency, the so-called presidency. Show more the contract, the agreement tó wà láàrin Tinubu àti Dokubo. Show more nǹkan tó wà láàrin wọn. So Mr. President will no longer allow this notable warlords, Asari Dokubo, be allowed into the villa again to see him. A source in the presidency is quoted to have said, seriously, wọ́n díbọ́n. Mẹ̀kúnnù wọ́n díbọ́n fún yín. Wọ́n díbọ́n fún yín. Ẹ máa tanra yín. So, people were like, excuse us, excuse you. So, somebody said, the actions and utterances of that toad that calls himself Asari Dokubo, it's not Dokubo, it's Dokubo, warrants an arrest, not this useless and weightless statement purportedly coming from the bandit president who cannot be differentiated from a militant himself. Oh, Belio! If the toad is not working with that criminal Tinubu, he can't take such actions and make such statements and go scot-free. Actions and utterances of how many weeks or months is what you are coming out now to issue a useless statement on. Tinubu is just a bandit himself, such an irresponsible fellow. The citizens of a country in which the military and judiciary system continually backs criminals and illiterates as presidents can never earn any reputation anywhere in the world, honestly. Another said, don't be deceived. Everything Tinubu stands for is thuggery, violence, extortion, cohesion. He's doing this for the world to think he's changed his stand. Nothing has changed, absolutely. And nothing will change. Our no more. Even at his old age, where he couldn't remember a simple extemporaneous speech because of dementia, he still didn't forget to instruct his thugs to snitch, loot, and forcefully take ballot boxes during the general elections. This is a very childish press statement from the presidency. So you tell someone don't come to my house because my wife and children don't like you. But that does not mean you are no longer his friend, because you might meet up elsewhere. We don't understand the APC game plans through Ebola Tinubu. Now turn by turn, he that lives by the sword will surely die by the sword. No be me talk am. Yes, Dokubosan only one day, only is done by turn. When he too will get a turn to be the president of Nigeria. Can you imagine? If Tinubu, if Scruffy, Tinubu can do it, he can do it too. As it's the tradition, the presidential spokesperson to date has not released the extract from the discussion between Tinubu and Asari Dokubo. Is there anything we should not know from their meeting? Tinubu has always been an ardent tout sponsor and patronizer, e.g. Oluomo, etc. Dokubo recognizes and made himself available to him. He is not the first and will not be the last. Don't be deceived. Tinubu will remain in contact with Asari with a view to using him to violently swing in future elections that he's interested in, of course. Birds of the same feathers. Don't be deceived, Nigerians. All now wash. All now wash, yo. All now wash. Do you actually believe this statement? This is for the gullible public. Asari is Tinubu's insurance against election judgment. The militants will continue visiting the villa under the cover of darkness. Abio, don't be deceived. Everything Tinubu, yeah. Tinubu used Asari for unknown gunmen. Yeah, no. This is very childish press. This is a very childish press statement from the presidency. It is childish. It is childish. Very, very childish. Yeah. So there you have it. At least ever since he don't go chillax. He don't calm down. His blood that is boiling. The blood don't calm down. So that is it. Can you imagine? There was a country. Wọ́n bí ìyá wọn dá in a sane society. Kò tí ẹ̀ ní sá kí ló fẹ́ fà? But it's not been Naija. So guys, there you have it. Ex-Boko Haram are protesting. Ex-militant too is misyanning. So until I come your way again, thanks for listening to me. Bye.